It's Ash from Super Videos, back for another video for Season 11 of The Walking Dead. This is a follow-up to the latest promo breakdown that I did for one of the promos that they released for Season 11. In this video, we're gonna be taking a look at whether Alden was left behind to die by Negan, and whether that may cause the Negan-Maggie conflict to hit its all-time high. Now, there's some subtle hints about this theory which I'm gonna cover in this video, so stay tuned. We'll be right back to break it down. Alright, as always, before we jump into this, if you're not a subscriber and enjoy the content by the end, consider subscribing to join our community. We're on the road to 5k subscribers, so if you're not a subscriber, make sure to subscribe to help me get to this milestone, and also to join our community, share and smash the like button, and don't forget to press the bell to be notified when I upload on the channel. With that, let's dive in. So, if we take a look at two particular shots from the latest promo that they released, there's something very interesting going on. Now, to even understand how the different pieces come together, we first need to know about the context, which is something they actually revealed as part of the synopsis of the first two episodes. We know that the survivors are going to go into an underground subway station to shelter themselves from a storm. Now, after a while, they're gonna head back up above ground, but for whatever reason, one of the survivors is left behind in one of the train cars in the subway stations. Now, we should put quote-unquote accidentally left behind because we don't know that for sure. We've seen several shots of the train cart in question in some of the latest teasers and promos and photos that they've released. So we know that the train car is gonna be a significant artifact for the first two episodes. Now, with that context out of the way, if we take a look at this particular shot that was in the promo, we can see Negan raising his gun and pointing it towards someone. Now, obviously, he could be pointing it towards a walker, but would he really risk shooting a walker in this situation? It looks like they're surrounded by walkers as well, so they're just gonna draw more walkers in if they just shoot the walkers. So I think Negan is pointing his gun at a survivor. Now, who could that survivor be? That's a great question, and that leads to another picture that they released earlier this week, which was this one. So we can see none other than Alden going into a train car. We don't know if it's the same one or not, but he's going inside, and the person talking to him is Negan. So Negan is talking to Alden. There could be some altercation between them. There could be a disagreement, which may lead Negan to point the gun towards Alden, and it may even get to a point where Negan just leaves Alden for dead, or leaves him as bait, whatever the case may be, to get out. Which may lead to this particular scene or shot that was in the promo. Maggie pointing a gun at someone with Daryl in the background. Now, Daryl looks like he couldn't care less if Maggie just shot whoever she's pointing the gun towards, which wouldn't necessarily happen if Maggie's in the wrong. So, Maggie's in the right here. Who could she be pointing the gun towards? It could be a Reaper, that's definitely a possibility, but I'm leaning towards it being Negan. I could be wrong, but I'm leaning towards that. Now, why would Maggie do this? Well, if Negan does in fact leave Alden to die, then Maggie would have a problem with that. Especially because we know Maggie and Alden do have a backstory. Not a relationship, but they do have a history. They have a backstory as well. So I'm sure Maggie's not gonna be too happy with what Negan did. And obviously, if Negan did what he did, then depending on where Alden is coming from, it could make Negan the good guy or the bad guy. But I'm leaning towards Negan actually being in the right as well. I think Alden just can't work with Negan, and other than that, Alden can't accept the fact that Maggie is working with Negan in this situation, which may lead him to want to get rid of Negan, which in turn makes Negan have to get the upper hand and do it first. You know what I mean? Now there's a subtle hint about what I just said. If we look at the second sneak peek that they released, we can see there's a bit of hint there about the possible conflict between Negan and Alden. So obviously in that sneak peek, we had Negan advising Maggie to think about what she's doing before she does it. I wouldn't say challenges Maggie because he didn't really challenge her. He just asked her to rethink about what she just said and the danger and the risk. When that happens, Alden gives Negan this side eye, like this death stare. And I think this is one of the subtle hints that Alden doesn't like Negan, which is obvious, but Alden doesn't like the fact that Negan is even talking in this situation, the fact that he's even given a voice. And when Maggie sort of leans towards what Negan is saying and listens to him a bit, that causes more conflict. In the sneak peek itself, Alden asks Maggie to wait, but Maggie says, we gotta push on. And in a way, she listening to Negan a little bit at least, even though she doesn't follow him exactly what he said, but she does listen to Negan's advice, which is very interesting, and I think that's what Alden doesn't like. So that is extremely interesting. So it's gonna be intriguing to see whether there is a storyline in which Negan and Alden are gonna go head to head, because Alden doesn't like the fact that Maggie is listening to Negan or working with Negan. We're gonna have to wait and see, but at this point, this is my early bold prediction for season 11. Share your thoughts and opinions down in the comment section below about this theory, the possibility this could happen, or do you think I'm thinking too much into things? Share your thoughts and opinions down below. If you're not a subscriber, subscribe to join our community, share and smash the like button, and press the bell to be notified when I upload. That's it for this video. See you next time for another super video.